Okay, guys. Alright, I've been alone pretty much all day. Chloe just got home. But I'm gonna move on to another video, and this is on vinegars, homemade vinegars. And these are very easy. It's like apple cider vinegar, that's really easy to make. I haven't tried making any other ones, but raspberry vinegar sounds intriguing. So, vinegars. Making flavored vinegars, whether spiced, herbal, or fruited, takes little effort and yields impressive results. Infused vinegars add nuances of flavor to your cooking. Look great in pretty bottles and make wonderful culinary gifts. Making flavored vinegars. Many flavored vinegars can be made right in the bottles in which you will store them or give them away, as long as you have enough time at your disposal to allow the flavor to gradually build during the steeping process. I almost said sleeping process. Simply insert the flavoring ingredients into the bottle, add the vinegar, and wait for about a week. If, however, you suddenly decide in mid-December that you want to give your friends some marvelous herb or spice vinegar for the holidays, you can speed up the process. To do this, first bruise your seasoning ingredients, crush them with a garlic press, pepper mill, or mortar and pestle. All vinegars will keep indefinitely. In the case of fresh herbs, just crumple them a bit. Place them in a glass jar with a cover. A mayonnaise jar works well. Heat the vinegar to the boiling point and add it to the jar. Put on a lid and store at room temperature. Start tasting the vinegar in a day or two. When the flavor is just right, strain out the flavoring ingredients. If the vinegar is cloudy, run it through coffee filters until it's clear. Put some of the seasoning ingredients, this time left whole, into gift bottles and pour in the vinegar. Fruit vinegars, such as raspberry, are made best by cooking the main ingredients briefly in the vinegar, then steeping. No, not actually cooking. No matter which method you use, there's very little effort involved and the rewards are tremendous. All vinegars will keep indefinitely. If you plan to keep them for a long time, though, it's wise to sterilize the vinegar you use as a base. Base vinegars. Your choice of vinegar will affect the flavor and color of the final product. Red wine vinegar adds to the color of raspberry vinegar. White wine vinegar shows off herbs. Lemon peel and spices and so forth. Distilled white vinegar is fine for such unsuitable uses as hot pepper, unsubtle uses, such as hot pepper and pungent garlic vinegars. Experiment according to your own preferences. Making vinegar. To make flavored vinegars from scratch, you start with the vinegar itself. This requires a large container, a mother, like in your ACV, your apple cider vinegar, and liquid to process. The mother is a cloudy or filmy substance that is present in vinegars that have not been sterilized. You can buy a vinegar kit from specialty culinary stores or look for a cloudy deposit or light film on the top of the vinegar that you have. And add leftover wine or cider to the mother and set aside at room temperature. It takes about 2 weeks for the mother to make vinegar of whatever you've added. Alright. Raspberry vinegar. Many people consider raspberry the best of all flavored vinegars. Don't omit the sugar or honey. This vinegar needs a touch of sweetening to bring out its full flavor. 2 to 2.5 cups of fresh red raspberries, lightly mashed. Frozen raspberries can be used, but if they're pre-sweetened, don't add the sugar or honey. 2 cups of red wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons of sugar or honey. Number 1, combine all ingredients in the top of a non-reactive double boiler. Place over boiling water, reduce the heat, and cook over barely simmering water, uncovered for 10 minutes. So not very hot. Number 2, pour into a large screw-top jar. Store for 3 weeks, then strain to separate the vinegar from the berries, pressing gently on the berries to extract the juice. If your vinegar is cloudy, pour it through a coffee filter. Pour into bottles, adding a few fresh berries. Yields about 2 cups. And that's what finished product. Note, Paul Corselet, maker of one of the finest commercial raspberry vinegars, also markets an excellent raspberry syrup that you can find in many gourmet stores. A little of it added to some red wine vinegar will give you an instant raspberry vinegar that may not be exactly like fresh made, but is still very good. Variations. Blueberry vinegar. This fabulous fruit vinegar is made in exactly the same way as the raspberry vinegar. Use your choice of red or white wine vinegar. The red will give a darker color, but it will have a purplish tinge. For an appealing presentation, bottle the finished vinegar with a few large fresh blueberries and a small cinnamon stick. Sounds really good. Peach, apricot, or nectarine vinegar. Follow the procedure for raspberry vinegar, but use white wine vinegar as the base. Peel apricots, peaches, or nectarines before using by dipping them briefly into boiling water. Then removing the skin with your fingers. If the fruits are big, cut them into chunks. Using fruit vinegar. Can you imagine peach vinegar sprinkled on a fruit salad? Raspberry vinegar mixed with mayonnaise and used in a chicken salad, and perfect leaves of butter head lettuce sprinkled with a few edible flowers and dressed in a blueberry vinaigrette. Fruit vinegars add a special touch to light marinades and dressings. Blend them with the mild oils so that their delicate flavors won't be overwhelmed. And that was all for the homemade vinegars. So, and I do plan on making some of these. So, and when I do, yeah, be prepared because you guys will definitely get the videos for those. And we're almost halfway through the book, you guys. Look at that. See? We're getting there. About halfway through. Anyway, so that was all for the homemade vinegars, and I will go ahead and get this up there, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye, guys.